Hey everyone, here I am again, Ian with Projekt Network, and we're doing another Spotlight on the Trades, and we're here with Mike, one of our fantastic carpenters, in a site that Mike's been working on in the Rosedale neighborhood in downtown Toronto. So Mike, tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey through the trades, how you got into the trades.
My name's Mike. I'm 35 years old. Started in the trades at about 26, so coming up on 9 years now. I've been a Red Seal for almost 3 years. Been leading jobs in Toronto for about the same time, and I'm really loving it.
Awesome. So it sounds like you likely did something before coming into the trades, like you got into it a little bit later.
Yes. I went to university first for classics, and then I went back to school for music, audio engineering, and business. It's tough to get a job in some of those trades, so just started doing something to keep my hands busy, and 9 years later, here I am.
Awesome. And how did you pick carpentry?
My brother actually started a company and was gracious enough to give me a position when I was starting out.
Okay, so you kind of just fell into carpentry. It wasn't a selection.
Fell into it, got good at it, decided I was going to keep doing it.
Okay, yeah. Awesome. So for somebody that is in similar shoes to what you were in, or to a younger version of Mike, that maybe you started something, you realize, hey, this isn't the best for me, best fit, whatever, and you want to make a transition into the trades, what sort of advice would you give to them?
Get both feet in the water. If you're going to do it, hit the ground running. There's no sense in taking your time with anything like this, because the quicker you get your skill set up, the quicker you're going to get paid more. The more responsibility means more work.
So we're standing here in it's a renovation, right? We're at the rough framing stage. What sort of aspects of carpentry over your experience do you look forward to the most? What do you think you're strongest in? And what do you think you don't look forward to the most?
I don't look forward to changes. I like being able to look at a drawing and build it the way I know that it's going to function best and the way it's supposed to be built. Coming back and redoing work is something that I don't enjoy doing.
Yeah.
However, it's part of the process. It's always going to happen on every job, especially on high-end renovations like this. You open up a wall, you're never going to know what's going to be under there.
Do you sort of specialize in the rough carpentry aspects? Do you work all the way through the renovations? What's your sort of like specialty within carpentry?
I would say at the moment I specialize mostly in the rough framing and structural components of the build. I've also done plenty of decks and siding and exterior finish work. At the moment, as you can see, we're inside rough framing, so yeah, that's what I'm sticking to right now.
What is your favorite tool?
Jobsite radio.
Amazing.
No matter what you're doing from day to day, you put on some Katy Perry dance party.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be feeling great.
I love it. It just keeps it fun.
Yes.
Right? If you can laugh at work, it's definitely a lot more fun. What's one tool that you wish didn't exist?
I like them all. They all have their uses.
Is there something that you think people have become too reliant on?
Sawzall.
Sawzall?
Yeah.
For those changes.
Exactly. Yeah. If you can't Sawzall it out, you're going to do it better the first time.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Yeah. Your journey through the apprenticeship process, starting out in the trades, is there any advice you would give to that person as they're going through that process, looking for mentors, learning, any pitfalls, any things to watch out for?
I think in terms of looking for mentors, everybody on your job site can be a mentor. I think pick and choose what feels most comfortable for you, as opposed to trying to be exactly like somebody that you're seeing as a mentor, because you're never going to be able to feel the same comfort level as someone else in like the exact same position. So I don't know, if you're watching YouTube videos or you're doing trainings, do a bunch of different ones. Take aspects of A, B, C, D, and just do whatever works for you. Because situationally, on site to site, it's going to be different too. Yeah. So if you just get comfortable with what you know you're good at, it'll come easy.
Awesome. Yeah, and that's fantastic advice for anyone that's watching this that's looking to get into the trades and looking to sort of explore that journey. This looks like a pretty complex a retrofit. I see there's a lot of things going on. Is there anything you can kind of highlight for us in terms of like really challenging structural details?
There was a 5.5 by 7 foot skylight that we had to put into our new flat roof over the stair opening, which was a change. So we had to retrofit into our existing roof framing. So you got to get the engineer involved, designers, clients, everything confirmed, and then you're doing the actual structural work. So it's going to be beautiful though. We're
standing in the old portion of the house. It looks like at the rear of the house, we sort of blew off all the back walls.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of steel, it looks like. And how big is the addition going out? Maybe 20 feet or so?
The addition going out is about 19 feet, plus an extra 4 feet of flat roof on the back from the old existing brick.
And the transition from the new to the old, how do you deal with that? How do you make sure that everything planes out nicely?
You just find your Bible with your steel, and then everything is set off of that. Coming in through the house on new builds like this, where everything's open concept, it gets a little bit more complicated, because then you're sort of leveling ceilings in like a 30 by 50 space, because everyone wants open concept. But making sure that your new area, at least like all of your new trusses and everything, is dead nuts is just going to give you a really easy, good jumping off point.
So starting from there, what's your preferred method? Like, do you run string lines? Do you use lasers?
Transits. I find transits with the receiver is most accurate, most reliable. String lines are really good if people know how to use them. I find a lot of people say they can tie knots, and then I'm looking for my string line and it's dangling down the side of the house. So.
Or they've tied it nice and tight, and as you're working it slowly loosens.
Slowly droop.
Just slap.
Or they tied it at the wrong spot and you're going off of it. Halfway through you realize my string line's wrong.
Yeah, perfect. So again, just kind of going back to some of that advice for people first starting out, are there any sort of like highs and lows that you want to talk about in terms of your apprenticeship journey? Which, you know, the lows could just be a bad experience on site. The highs could be like favorite project, something that really you'd sort of look back on fondly.
Yeah, I try not to really focus on specific highs and lows. Every job is probably going to have like a high and a low sort of situation area, but you take the good with the good and the bad with the bad, and you just keep rolling. Wake up every morning, get back onto site. Getting my red seal was a big moment for me. Ever since then, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm earning it.
So if you had to pick one project that you're the most proud of, what would it be?
We did a couple, a two-tiered deck about Young and Lawrence that was full clear cedar with pickets and everything and staircase, hand-built front and back. And it was the first job that I was actually like a pseudo lead on and got pretty much nothing but positive feedback on it. And it was like my first real job that I sort of led. So that's one that I can look back on and just think, hell yeah, I did that.
That's incredible. Yeah. Feather in the cap for sure. You can carry that with you. Awesome. Well, Mike, thanks for being here with us today. And really quickly, what's the contractor?
It's Corner Brook Developments.
Corner Brook Developments. Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. So Corner Brook, we've done one for you guys earlier, and this one looks beautifully run as well. So kudos. Mike, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
Cheers.